Oh, hello, beautiful friends, and we are live on Facebook. So glad to be here with you today, and thankfully, I'm so happy that Alexandra and Rebecca have joined us. Today, we welcome in the new moon the full moon in Sagittarius. And this is called the strawberry moon. Gosh, there's so many different names. I've heard the mead moon. I mean, there was like 10 different names. So whatever you're inspired to call it, we're welcoming it in. And this is during Gemini season. And I guess we just want to kind of connect in and just start by centering ourselves a little bit. I, of course, am going to draw a crystal for the month of June, a crystal inspiration that will calling in. Of course, I'm going to call in the Crystalline Realm and ask for the wisdom of the stones to guide us this month. So I'm just going to start maybe putting your hands on your heart or one on your sacral, whatever feels comfortable for you. And I'm going to start with breathing in through the nose and to the heart space, and then breathing out through the mouth, going down all the way into the earth. Breathing in again, connecting to that space where we feel aligned, our heart, our intuitive center, and taking it again, all our breath all the way down, exhaling, breathing out to the earth, to the mother who will take it all for us. Breathing in and out. Just going to connect real quickly in with the crystalline realm and open sacred space, beginning in the south. And I'm calling in the winds from the south, that of fire, the crystals that have the elemental fire essence. Oh, those of carnelian and citrine, sulfur, tiger eye, asking all those to come and join with us today. Calling in the winds of the west and the water element. Oh, so that our fluidity, so that we can flow without restriction. Calling in all those stones, amazonite, aquamarine, chrysocolla, chrysoprase, come join with us today. And then turning to the direction of the north, earth, come join with us. Those stones that carry the wisdom of the earth. Ruby, garnet, black tourmaline. Come join with us, smoky quartz. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then calling in the winds of the east, the place of the rising sun. Those stones with the wind and air element. Sodalite, amethyst, lapis lazuli, come. Fluorite, teach us about air and wind. And then finally calling in the storm element, where all of the other elements are active and totally aligned. Turquoise, clear quartz, fulgurite, come join with us. Moldavite, share with us your wisdom. Then finally bringing us to the seventh direction, back to our heart space, where all the elements merge into one. And we are whole. Shut. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just come back to your space whenever you're ready, into your body. Oh, thank you, ladies, for joining me. So, where do we want to start? Monica's coming in, so let me. Oh, let her come in. Ooh. Monica, so glad you're here. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Yeah, I think what I think I'm going to do first is just calling the crystal for the month of June. For this full moon in Sagittarius and the Gemini season, I think that's where I will begin. So and this month I am bound to determine not to forget what stone we're going to work with. So my stones have been cleansed. My intention is to be guided by the collective and the wisdom of the stone. What stone needs to come forth to support our whatever vision that we're calling into? What are we calling into place right now? What do we want to come forward? What is our pursuit for this month, our mission? And then calling in the wisdom of the stone to guide us for the collective. And my little bag of stones. Okay. What? They all feel so nice and wonderful. What am I picking out? Oh, and here we have a ruby, a beautiful ruby. And boy, this one, rubies are earth elements. So with the air and the fire, we are going to ground into and root into the earth to support that, air and fire. Both of those are pretty intense, very mutable and changing. Well, we want some little earth energy here. And, ruby, all about passion. It's our life force. It stimulates our life force and our energy. This is often called the love stone as well. And, Sagittarius, isn't that a lot about relationships? Isn't that, I believe that also learning how to serve those relationships, nourish them, nurture them, make them better. Well, ruby is here to support you and help you do that. So if you happen to have a ruby, please pull it out and work with it this month. I have other stones, but I couldn't put my big stones in the bag. So I just have small little stones. Just know that with ruby, the energy of love can heal your life. And that's what we're bringing into the wisdom of the month for the stone is calling you to heal your life with love. So now, gosh.
That's really beautiful, Karen.
It is, isn't it? I love
really,
that little stone.
Really lovely. If you don't have a ruby, would you suggest something else that might also be similar energy?
I would stay with the earth elemental stone. I might want to, it depends on your focus, what your intention, what you want to manifest. If you want to inspire love, I probably would go with more of a water, well, I would probably shift it maybe to a water stone. Maybe, most people have rose quartz, prenite, something that would heal the heart and work with the heart. But if you want, like ruby is there for energy and passion and life force. If you want something that will stimulate that, I would probably go with a garnet. A garnet is also an earth energy stone.
Yeah.
And yeah, it can support that grounding energy. And, that's probably what I would shift to if you don't have a ruby. You can also, hey, I'm always, please go out and find a stone that calls to you on the ground. If you can't afford a crystal, it's perfectly fine. Get a picture, anything that will help you. I mean, you can just do some soft gazing with a photo. I think I told Alexandra that last month, and just, looking at it, and that energy of that photo would really imbue you with the essence of the stone. So
thank you.
It depends really on what you want to manifest. This one is the energy of love, but boy, there's a lot of different, I usually don't tell people to go and look up the stone, a lot of, you can look up the energy of a stone or anything about a stone. I tell people to work with them first and then do that. But if you're trying to discover what you want what your intention is and what you want to manifest, maybe do a little journaling. What area of your life needs improving? What do you want to manifest? What are some of your goals? So if you kind of work in that area first, it might give you a little bit more discernment as to what kind of stone to choose if you don't have a ruby. Okay.
Thank you.
I hope that helps.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, yeah. I'm thinking those, it just depends. Yeah. Any kind of a stone with the, like even jade is a heart healer. Aventurine is kind of growth, but it's also a heart one. If you're looking for romance or nurturing a relationship or self-love with a ruby, that's kind of what I would go with, more of a heart stone. Yeah. So
fabulous.
Okay. Yeah. So gosh, there's so much. Let me see. Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius are a mutable fire sign. They say that, I've been doing a little bit of reading on that the last few days, that I guess my Sagittarius is in the 10th house, and I have Saturn in the midheaven in that, which, I really, gosh, I wish I knew so much more about astrology, but I feel kind of lost sometimes. But they call Saturn the great philosopher, or Sagittarius the great philosopher and the adventurer. So, and if you have the travel bug right now, that's real, that's real, it's really what's going on right now. You get the travel bug because, Sagittarius is in that. So I don't know, you guys got anything else to say? Tell me more about what you think.
Sagittarius is about being inviting in the expansive energy, going out into the world. That's why I was thinking with the stone before. And when we look at that the full moon is the sun and the moon on opposite ends. So the sun is illuminating the moon, and now we bring in the energy of Sagittarius. I was thinking, I was asking myself the question, what do I aspire for this month? What do I want to grow? What do I want to manifest? What do I want to make more?
Right.
It's about that expansiveness.
Absolutely.
So in relation to the stone, I would say definitely my intention would be, I don't have a ruby, so I would probably be picking a stone now.
And do you have a ruby ring? or any kind of
No,
ruby
I
pendant?
don't.
Okay, I was gonna say you can use that.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking, no, I don't
So
have
a
any
lot of people
register
do have ruby, ruby
jewelry.
ring pendants and earrings even.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, and
I'm sorry,
garnet
I cut you
for
off. I
me
cut you
would
off.
be, yeah, I feel like garnet for me would be the way to go forward. There's something about that calls to me, as you were saying. Also, just kind of expanding on what you were saying, Alexandra, full moons are also the ending of cycles, right? The ending of the moon cycle. So for me, and this bears out in my cards today that I pulled, it feels like the expansion of what are you willing to let go of, the expansion of cleaning out the closet. And for me, there's two things. Yes, cleaning out the closet, as I'm still dealing with this studio that was flooded, and cleaning it out and figuring out,
Oh
but also,
my.
right, but also what's in the stuff that we carry with us our whole lives, that it's time to just jettison. It's like, okay. And that's what this feels like to me. And I also wanted to say, Karen, you said philosopher about Sagittarius. And my sister, who's incredible intuitive and taught me about using the tarot and the cards, she's a Sagittarius, and their card is temperance.
Yes.
That's
Right,
their
temperance,
right?
yes.
And for her, she taught me with the Thoth, and so in that deck it's art and it's
Right.
alchemy. And so when you
Right.
say philosopher, I think of the philosopher's stone, which is the alchemist
Yeah.
stone. And so it's the idea of transmutation, of that incredible creative fire that can take something mundane and just explode it into something amazing. So in that expansive way. So yeah, it's a great.
My understanding also is that, like, a Sagittarius has a need to change things often. I feel if I go into my Jyotish chart, my Vedic chart, I am Aquarius, Sagittarius. I'm to look up both of those. That is more, and it makes so much sense for me that I flip from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, because that's it's an absolute need for me to do that. So that makes sense for me that Sagittarius, that is right on my, like Aquarius, Sagittarius is right on my midheaven. I'm not sure exactly
Right.
what.
And when you
Right.
when you say midheaven too, that's at the top of your chart.
Yep.
Right. It's kind of that thing that's like, I don't have any planets in the top of my chart in my midheaven, but it is that strong sort of overarching thing that if you forget to take that into account, you miss this like vital piece of how you live your life. So yeah, it's very important, and it's delicious. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, so not only about, I think the full moon also kind of is about celebrating too, not only about release, but maybe what did you accomplish? I mean, some people set, like in the new moon, they set a goal. Did you accomplish that? And I know that, boy, I've been taught to whatever I set on, let's say this was the Sagittarius new moon, and I don't know when that was, when it will probably come to fruition on the Sagittarius full moon. So you can maybe look back and see, what did you accomplish during that time? Did you fulfill your goals, or were they ready to be let go of? You didn't decided to release them, and they were no longer important. I mean, that also is part of it. So I thought that was kind of neat, that it is a time to celebrate, almost like that 10 of Pentacles, where all that we've done, we kind of, the wealth and the abundance is all here. So I see that too.
Yeah.
Now I know we have cards to do, absolutely. I also was going to suggest, kind of along the crystal, working with crystals, that if you wanted to do a little ritual tonight, and maybe make a crystal grid. Crystal grids are really easy, honestly. You can have one anchor stone. First, kind of decide, consider your intention. What do you want to work with? Or what are you manifesting? What is your intention? Are you working on something spiritual? Are you working on something related to abundance, prosperity, communication? Kind of, you know, sometimes for me, it's really nice if I go up through my energy centers and place my awareness in those chakras and look, maybe discern what is tight, what needs expanding. And that kind of will help me to determine what I need to do in a crystal grid. Honestly, I mean, if my or really even a color, what color am I, you know, am I avoiding? What don't I like? That can kind of, maybe like yellow is not a favorite color of mine. So that might, maybe I want to work with something solar plexus area. And that kind of, to me, in my lineage, my solar plexus is fire elemental. So I would probably pull a fire elemental stone, and that would be anything, most with the color yellow. Most stones, not all, but you know, I don't want to give you a prescription saying that all yellow stones are fire elemental stones, because they're not. But I could, you know, let's say I want to work on prosperity. That's an easy one. Citrine, pyromorphite, you know, things like that. Citrine is a real easy one. I would get a center stone, one stone, and blow my intention into it 3 times. Put that down into, I could even write my intention on some paper, put a stone, an anchor stone, right in the middle of my grid, and then expand outward. Whenever you add quartz, clear quartz to a grid, it always amplifies your intention. You know, that's a good amplifier. But you can add other stones, you know, and one thing probably with the crystal grid, this is just a real easy little, you know, I can go into an entire class, really several classes on crystal grids, but you can put any kind of flowers, you can put any kind of natural stone, and I mean, like wood or nuts or anything you pick up out into nature. And the only thing that I would ask, to me, it's kind of the geometry part of it is somewhat important. Alignment can kind of affect the flow. So like if you have one in the middle and maybe you want to do a triangular, you can put those 3 pieces in so that they're pretty evenly spaced out. And then maybe you want to put some, in between that, you want to put some quartz just to amplify it out. I mean, there's all different ways, but you could do something very easy like that tonight. Write your intention, put that, put it out into the full moon, put your anchor stone, make sure you blow all of your intention into that anchor stone and actually into each stone around it. It's great to blow your intention. And then you can activate it. You can activate it with your finger. You can activate it with a crystal wand, and you know, just go around in a clockwise circle with intention, starting in the middle, and activate it. And just with intention, and then you can leave it for a night. You can leave it as long as you want. So just maybe write down after it some, journal after some, if you got any results, what they may be. Did you connect at all with the stone? And believe me, this is a very, very, very easy, you know, I'm giving you a very simplistic, you know, guide to creating crystal grids. So yeah, if you want to do a ritual like that tonight, if you want to connect in with that crystalline realm, I invite you to do that. I'll definitely take my ruby, and I have some other ones that I'll put out there. I'll actually show you a picture. I'll do that tonight. That's what I'm going to do, but it'll be simple and easy. And I don't know what I'll put into it. We'll see. So I invite you to do that if you like. So
Thanks Thanks for the inspiration there. Yeah.
Sure. So,
Yeah,
how about?
my stone for the month is the aventurine. You
Oh,
you mentioned it before, so
yep.
yeah.
And that is a water stone, and boy, it's about growth. And
Yeah.
in that green, you can see that, you know, you can just, and what is blooming everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
This month, it's bloom. Yeah. So, absolute. What a great stone. That's great. Wonderful. So I invite, if you, anybody, if you pick your own stone, sure, please do. Or whatever, you know, as you walk through your home, if you have crystals out, if something pops in your mind, use that. You know, anything that inspires you, wants to connect, please pick up that stone and use it, because especially if it pops for some reason, it wants to connect with you, wants to give you a message. So work with that. And are we doing cards today? We are, aren't we? We have to do some cards. Okay. Oh, I had a hard time deciding what deck to use, but I have like 5 out here. Oh, and do we want to draw a card for the collective? Yes, absolutely.
That would be great.
Okay. Rebecca, do you want some cards pulled for you? We'll do that. First, we'll draw cards for the collective.
Yes, please.
Okay. And I guess I'm going to ask, what is my purpose for this cycle? What is the collective's purpose for this cycle? I think Alexandra, would you like to pull a card also for the collective? Or
Okay, sure.
Okay. And then we can do maybe some personal ones. Oh, I have one that that's kind of strange.
What were you focusing on?
I am just doing for the collective, what is my purpose for our purpose for this cycle? What is our purpose for this cycle? Oh, isn't that's interesting. Goes perfectly with the ruby. So the lovers. It goes perfectly with the ruby.
Gemini season.
Oh, wow. How wonderful.
Yeah.
So, of course, not only includes relationships with partners and other people, but definitely it's about loving yourself as well. So I invite you to connect in with that. If nothing else, actually, above all else, discover those places that need love, you know, those and nourish them, nurture them. That's what I'm calling, inviting you to do, encouraging you to do. You know, let go of that judgy little mind, you know, talk that is so often there, and just love you. And this is from the Neoteric Feminine Tarot. Perfect ruby and that. And Alexandra, do you have?
I pulled from Connected and Free, the loudspeaker card. I
love
really
that
like
geometry.
Yes. I think it's perfect to go with your lover's card, because it feels like it's inviting us to speak our truth. And that's also how I feel about the Lover's card. And it's connecting with my own wisdom and sharing that with others and being open to the wisdom that they have to offer as well. So it's going both ways, really. And yeah, that's yeah, speak your truth.
Giving and receiving. Yeah, how beautiful. That is a nice card. Now, what is the name of that deck?
It's the Connected in 3.
Okay. I think you showed that me once before.
I think last
as-
time I used it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice.
I also pulled one for the
Oh,
collective,
please.
if that's okay.
Yes.
Oh, please. Absolutely. This is a circle and the wisdom is for everyone. It includes everyone.
It's pretty funny because it's basically the same card I already pulled for myself, but I'm like, oh no, a different deck for the collective. This is from the Wild Messengers Tarot,
Oh,
which I adore. And
I have never heard that one.
oh, I love it. It's an animal-based deck. And this is number 12, Shift, which would be the Hanged Man.
Oh,
It's a bat. But shift doesn't sound like the Hanged Man, but I do think that giving ourselves time and space is helpful in making a shift, right? And of course, bats, I mean, he's not right now, but they do hang upside down, but that doesn't mean they can't fly, right? So it's adding that extra element into it.
yeah. When I look at that, usually bats are upside down hanging and then you see them, that makes you shift. Yeah, definitely. That's really neat.
Right. And the other thing is kind of cool about bats is they can fly in the dark because they use echolocation. So they put out their sounds and it bounces back from things around them. So yeah, it's okay to fly around even if you don't exactly know where you are or what you're doing. It's kind of that, yeah. And you get to hang around when you need to hang around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
yeah.
Love it.
So maybe
Oh.
shift as in shifting perspective as well when we
Right.
are in connection with others.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And also I want to say about the Lovers, because it's my soul and personality card.
Oh,
Yeah. It is definitely about connecting with others and that love connection. And in the Thoth, which is my first deck where I learned, it is
yeah.
this marriage of opposites within ourselves.
Right.
So it's really opening up to and loving all parts of ourselves, especially the thing that we have the hardest time opening up to and loving, that shadow part, which is a huge part of our creativity and who we are and how we got where we are now. So yeah, it's that integration, right? Integrating those parts of ourselves, even those parts we want to keep locked behind the closet door.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, and Rebecca, would you like some cards? I think I'll pause the recording for that and okay, I think that would. Oh. Thank you so much for this beautiful session today. I certainly hope we have shared some wisdom for the collective and some insight that you can take with you for the month. And can anybody want to say anything here, ladies, before we close or offer some insight, inspiration to anyone?
I just want to say thank you. I'm really grateful for all of you.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming today. So thank you.
Well, I just really appreciate having a circle to hold and contain in all the wisdom and synchronicities that come from drawing cards together is really special. So thank you very much.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you. It really helps me to keep wanting to move forward with this, you know. Yeah. So, Alexandra, anything from you, or you are?
Well, just thank you as well from my side, as this was really good. This is the kind of circle that I need.
Yeah, me
And
too.
it's so grounding, so helpful for my soul. And yeah, I love these connections. So thank you for all of you who are here today.
Just still not quite certain what we're going to do for the month for the but I'm certain we'll pop in with something, so please keep checking in. And if you have anything you'd like that's calling to you that you'd like to share with us, gosh, we would love any kind of inspiration from you, any kind of wisdom. Please join with us, please connect. Absolutely. So I just kind of wanted to just settle back into our heart space again before we kind of close out. Yeah. And just to make certain that we're not carrying things that are not ours. You know, let's breathe in all those little tendrils of our own energy that is out there in the world. Let's breathe them in. Connect them back into our body where they belong. And let's just breathe out and exhale all that does not belong to us. Let go of those thoughts, those energetic tendrils that don't belong to us. Let them go, release them. The earth will gladly take them. Just breathe in once again. All your energy that is scattered out in the world. Let it return to its resting place within your body. Let's let go. Breathe through your mouth, breathe out. Go of all that no longer serves. And one more inhale. Right into your heart space. Hold it for a couple of moments. And breathe out through your mouth. And let go. Just return into your body whenever you're ready. Just open your eyes, come back to the world. And you're finished, complete. Again, ladies, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So happy you came along, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye now. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.